Hi everyone, it's Scribe Kathy here with Challenge Accepted. This week Shannon and I are doing a collaboration with Scrapbook Your Joy, and this is a challenge that was published. They've got pop-up challenges, and this is one that Shannon brought to my attention, and I can't see who it's by, but it's a great sketch, and I'm going to totally screw it up, I'm sure. For one thing, it's got some mixed media, and I'm not set up at the moment to do mixed media other than maybe some ink splatters, and this isn't, so this isn't going to happen tonight. And I'll kind of show you what I'm working with. I have this very bad photo of Ava that is blown up to a 5x7 size, and it goes back, I think, to 2012 or so. This is kind of when we had first moved in. And there are many things I can tell about kind of the story of us from this photo. First of all, this platform tells me that we hadn't built the kitchen yet. Ava is standing in what is now our kitchen. We hadn't built out the master bedroom because my jewelry is hanging on the walls here with some photos, and we hadn't taken this door down, and on the other side of that door is kind of what was meant to be a mudroom, but we turned it into a workshop for John so that he could build all of the storage cubes for my scrapbooking supplies that are across here now. The sink is kind of right here where his hand is, and then there it overlooks the storage cubes where all my scrapbooking stuff is. I had gotten my Cameo, because it looks like that's what that is there. John had a laptop instead of the great big gigantic desktop that he had, and that is still there now. I was keeping some scrapbooking supplies in these stackable things that I had gotten from somewhere, and they were colorful and they were cute, and I loved them, and I didn't want to get rid of them, but they were awful. They kept falling down, and they were terrible. For a while, we kept recyclables in them, and until Ava started going and accessing herself, and she'd walk around with all of the plastic bottles and stuff in her mouth, and then trying to put her finger in the holes in the can. So not a good idea. We were doing a lot of projects there. I hadn't pulled up the carpet and put down the flooring yet. I did that myself. We had built this platform here, and then every so often we get as many boxes of the flooring as the Prius would hold, and then we'd come home and I'd tear up that much carpet and lay down the vinyl flooring, because this is the basement of James's home. We hadn't put this folding chair in the living room yet. We had two of these, and I still do, and they were our living room chairs for a while. And the chair I'm actually sitting in right now is this one, so that tells me how old this chair is, and no wonder it's not comfortable. And I have no idea why the gift wrap was there. There must have been someone's birthday, but Ava's wearing, she put the rolls of blue painter's tape on her arms and lifted up her arms and was saying, "Look, swimmies, wimmies, swimmies," you know, those little things that kids put on their arms to hold them up in the pool. She had never had those because she was kind of getting along just fine in the pool by herself and with a noodle. And she's got a necklace on that the older girls had made for her, and she had this bucket that had all of her cars. She collected cars. She loved the movie, the the movie Cars. And so she had a collection of them. She carried that box up and down the stairs. And I have no idea what was in that red plastic IKEA box, but there was not a shelf to hold it yet. So there are lots of things here. And so what I'm going to do is when I do the layout, I want to leave room to draw lines to certain things and write those things down that I know. These things I know, you know, kind of. So anyway, that's a way too long a story, but I'm gonna kind of, I haven't chosen the background. I do know what's going to be in the foreground, and let me kind of, I have matted this photo on yellow paper because it matches her shirt. And there's a line of tickets here. I actually die cut the tickets out of that same yellow paper, which is an embossed paper. And I have this paper has these measuring tape things on one side of it and the grid on the other, and I've used a part of the grid and a couple of the measuring tape sections. This is Bo Bunny's Back to Basics, a line called Pincushion. And it's all about sewing, obviously. And I don't know and I think this particular paper is called Measurements. And this is really cute, so I'm going to kind of keep it and fussy cut it out. So I kind of need to put that off to the side. I was looking for something to kind of go with the color scheme that had emerged here. I had selected this red heart paper, and this is the grid that I salvaged from there. And I found this line called Just Be You by Echo Park, and I have this sticker sheet, and it's got some cute stickers that I'll probably use. Probably won't use any of the papers from there. And stored with this, because it has kind of reds and sort of a coral color, stored with that, I have another line that is gosh, what is it? It's My Mind's Eye. I think it's My Mind's Eye. Yes, My Mind's Eye on Trend 2, that has an ephemera pack that has something. The big round element, I think I'm going to use this mandala. And instead of the mixed media kind of dribbling down, I think I'm going to use this floral piece that has obviously been cut in half. And there's also in here, there's a tab, and so I'm going to use that for the tab there, and I may overlay that. I've got a few other things in here that I may look at, so I'll kind of keep it off to the side. And I'll put the sticker sheet kind of off to the side till I get the page put together. So, given all of this that I might use, I was kind of looking for a background paper. I didn't want to do white because that white grid was there. I kind of liked this because it has the red and the yellow and the oranges and kind of the muted colors. And so, you know, I could get away with that. It doesn't have any greens, but I don't have any problems adding greens to that. And I've got this, you know, kind of dark color that would kind of bring this in if I wanted to use it. And I've cut the banner that goes over here out of that paper. So that's a possibility. This authentique paper is catching my eye. It's one of those that has two sides, a dot on one side and the exact same color story on the other side, but in one of those Moroccan tile looking things. So let's kind of, that might look good. this I thought of kind of for the same reason I thought of that. It has the greens and kind of the blacks and yellows. It has all the colors, but it's kind of too busy. I kind of thought that might not work. The next thing I have is this, and the distressed look of these hearts kind of go with the distressed look here, and I just love this. This is a 29th Street Market paper, and it's, gosh, I don't know, 2008. My goodness. So this is a very old, it's a collector's item. I really ought not to use it. 2008 was the year we retired and moved from Texas to Georgia. So that's a possibility, but it kind of, the thing that's drawing me to that is these hearts just are perfect with that. So there's that. We've looked at that. There's this, which is a Chamel paper. I'm not familiar with the line. It's called Winlock. And, okay, I recognize that mat there. I love this side, but this might be interesting with all this stuff on it because it's got these lines, and maybe I wouldn't need the grid, but the white behind the hearts and this white, just clashy too much with that cream color. This was the one I actually liked the best when I was kind of just thumbing through things. I like the stripes and the grid and the florals and the hearts. Kind of, it's a mix of patterns there. But I'll tell you why I may not use it is I would be throwing away this side. And I think that's the only sheet I have of it. And I absolutely love that paper. So, I don't know. I'm thinking this and which side? The dots or the tiles? I'm going to go with the tiles because the area that Ava is standing on, listen to my logic here, the area that she's standing on is now tiled. It's not tiled with Moroccan tiles, but it's tiled. It's not a wood deck anymore. Okay, so let's just start building this guy here. And I'm as you'll notice, I have my this is the matte and sheet of paper that I lay my gel plate on, and it's all mucked up from gel plate class, which was last night. And I have everything pushed over to that side because I'm doing a live tomorrow and I need to be able to film portrait mode instead of landscape mode. Okay, so I'm just gonna start putting stuff down. I'm tired of faffing about trying to figure this out. And I'm gonna line it up there. This, I don't need as much as I have here. I was gonna kind of layer this. This doesn't quite fit the sketch, but because I like what that floral adds to the hearts and the grid, I was gonna use it. So let me cut some off of this. There. Maybe do that. That's another reason I'm not doing mixed media is there's just absolutely no room here. Now I have to do something with ink. In addition to this sketch, I'm doing the Mind the Scrap Summer Challenge, and the rules this week require a large photo, which is why this one is printed so large. That's too far out. So I'm gonna move it back in some, maybe one more tile down. And because I want this out pretty far from there. Okay, and now this is going to go here. I'm going to back it with some foam. Oh, let's see, I know I have scissors around here, they're here. And I want to be sure that I leave myself room to write things. So I'm going to move this kind of a little left of the absolute center there, but I do want it crossing that line somewhat. Okay, now you may say, and legitimately so, where are you going to put the... Okay, so I need to layer these things underneath here. This goes first, I think. And I can easily lift that up. So that's why I put so little adhesive on those things. I've got this. And that's enough to hold that down. And I'm gonna kind of scooch that under there. And then I've got this one that's a little bit shorter. And I think I'll scooch it under the black as well and have it unevenly placed on there. So, and I have distressed the edges of those when I cut them. Oh, come now. When I cut them, there was a little bit of the previous design kind of stuck to them. Or, you know, on either side. So a little bit of distressing kind of gets rid of all of that. Okay, so there's that. This is the idea I had here, and it probably would need to go under there. So I'm just going to dry fit it there. I may or may not use it. This could be my circular element. If I did that, it's not nearly as big as the one in the sketch. And if I do it like this, the photo's so large, you just see half of it. But I've got some other things I could maybe layer behind it to kind of make a cluster, including this tag. And I could raise it up so that the red shows through there, and that makes a bed for a flare that I may want to use, and you know I may want to use it. You know I'm going to use some flare because there's a flare for that. And I may add some twine to that, but I'm not sure. Okay, I have cut out of this paper, I've got this little banner thing that can go right there. I think I wasn't sure whether to use the small one or the large one. And I think in proportion to the size of the photo, I need the large one. So I hate that I'm hiding the stitched edge of that. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive there, kind of put it under there and have it just inside here. And that may also be a nice start of a flare cluster. I'm gonna do this. And kind of stick it in there like that. So this is my writing area. I've cut this series of numbers out. It's a die from Bramble Fox. Oh, my green measuring tape is all wonky. I did something at water aerobics class yesterday that kind of messed up my neck, and I'm having trouble turning, and of course that's all I do here is turn and reach things that, okay. I know that you probably can't see the stuff I'm doing down there. Let me stand up to check the view here. Okay, yeah, you're able to see down there. I'm thinking of that as the mat. Okay, that's not a problem. The light doesn't seem to be too good, though. Okay, I have this little inside thing, which could maybe go right there. This could maybe go here, and I might do it under the photo instead of on that layer. So let's do that. I'm just violating every color and design rule ever in the history of color and design rules. I'm gonna actually put this right here because what I like about it is it looks like it's a list, and this is gonna be a list. I'm not gonna go like make you watch me put all the little lines of washi tape. I'll do one and then kind of write that line and just give you an example of where it's headed. I don't want to completely cover up that little box because that's one of the memories, is that's the box that she used to keep her cars in. I just think that's the funniest picture, and that big old bright smile that I wish we saw a lot more often these days. But, you know, she's ending chemo, and she gets to ring the bell at the end of this month. And with that, you know, I think all her hair will come back, and she'll kind of lose some of that self-consciousness that she's got. Okay, I'm going to put the yellow house right there. I'm going to actually put it on the photo because we were, you know, just building out and making this our new home. I thought that house would be appropriate. I've got this orange flare that's from the charity set at Mind the Scrap, and it benefits the I helped design it with Adam, and it benefits the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research in the U.S., and most of you know that John had Parkinson's. And it also benefits the Leukemia Society in the UK. And you also know that Ava, this little pumpkin here, has been fighting leukemia for 2.5 years now. And so getting to ring the bell is quite a big deal. I'm going to put this red heart right there. And this green one up here, because that kind of pale mint green is really not, but you know, it's too close to that. Maybe up there, since this is down here a little bit. Or should I put it down here? It's balance-wise. I'm gonna go ahead and put it down here. And I'm gonna try to see if I can find a round sticker that would be good as a background. I like this "She's Got Dreams" sticker, so maybe I can figure a place to put that. Okay, that's under there. So I haven't glued that down yet, so I should do that, I suppose. There. And this can layer in right there. Okay. Now, what would be good for this? There's a dream catcher. I like this one. This dream catcher is green. And you know what? That would have been good there, right? So I can put it right here. I'm going to put it up on foam. Let me get a piece there. That works. I don't think that shows much. And I know you all follow Shannon, who's my partner in crime here, and just kind of looking back over the year of the 2.5 years, back when Ava was first diagnosed. She was just the paragon of strength and resolve. You know, she literally rolled up her sleeve and said, "Let's get this started. Let's get this done." Oops, my heart is coming off. And so someone kind of coined the term Ava Strong, and it became a hashtag in a lot of social media. And I'm going to put this little heart up here. Oh, maybe, and I'll put the XO over there. And Shannon, bless her heart, had 2 sweatshirts made up. Orange sweatshirts, because orange is the color of hope. Orange is the color of both the Michael J. Fox Foundation and the Leukemia Foundation in the U.S. And so that charity set in Dottie About Flair is called Orange is the Color of Hope. And they had these, Shannon had these sweatshirts printed up that said Ava Strong. And she sent them to us, and to me, it was just the most awesome thing. And there was an event at the school. Some of the kids at the high school and junior high school, the middle school, had a big rally after one of the basketball games, and everyone wore orange in Ava's honor, and Katie wore my sweatshirt, or Katie wore Ava's sweatshirt, and Barrett wore my sweatshirt, so neither Ava nor I wore our own shirts. I've got this cute little camera here that I thought I might want to layer somewhere, and it seems to want to go in this direction, so I thought it might be cute right there. Let's do that. And to bring that navy blue color in, I thought maybe I could use this, kind of sneak it back there. That really is not, it's not going to sneak under there like I wanted it to. Will it work this way? This way might work better, but then you really kind of lose the effect. So how about we use it here? And let's see, what else have we got that would really work? I like the happiest girls are the prettiest girls. That actually sounds like I'm nagging her, I guess. She just turned 13, so that should tell you everything you need to know about where her mind is as far as self-image. It's just kind of, it would be a problem even if she hadn't been fighting cancer. So, bless her heart, she's struggling with some stuff. I love how these two collections kind of go together there. That's that Echo Park. And I can't have a title, and this just kind of looks like a saying, right? It doesn't look like a title. I don't want to be having any problems. I like the little, this little cactus, because at the moment she's a little prickly. And aren't we all? I don't want to take up that space. Okay, maybe I should pull that out. Oh, maybe that could go kind of right there. Oh, that works well. Now, do I use this or not? Maybe I could kind of slide it under there at an angle. Okay, I think I'm done decorating this. Let's decide what washi tape to use. I have, this is like a 32nd of an inch. This is 16th and 1/8 and quarter and whatever. I think the 1/32 is a little bit too thin. I have trouble getting it to stick. So I'm going to take this. I have to make sure that the end of it sticks. I need to cut the piece off that was kind of coming up on the roll. To be sure, I have to be careful about how I am handling it. So I'm going to draw. See, there's my my problem is I put it up on foam, so it has to bridge a gap. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it anyway. And so that's going to go there. And I'm going to write she used painter's tape rolls as swimmies. Okay, so then, you know, and then I'll have like a little thing going across saying, well, she's wearing her Plex shirt. Of course, I have to talk about that. And then I'll, you know, I'll have a little thing like right here that says, we hadn't tiled the floor yet, or kitchen hadn't been installed. Like no kitchen yet. Okay, I had barely had room for that. Okay, and then I'll continue and do probably 3 or 4 more of these. I won't absolutely identify every single one because I just don't have the room, but I think that's going to be fun. And it's a layout that is perfectly fine, not having a title as the challenge requires. And I think it's fairly close to the sketch. I have this down there. I've got the banner that's open. I've got the tab, and I've got the circular element. This piece of paper is kind of extra. It kind of, this stands in for this part right here, and then this part right here, the round part. I just kind of did this to break up the color and kind of add a bit of contrast to the white backgrounds of those papers. And I'm actually very happy with the red tile background. So Vicki Booten would call this, or her mother would call this, with the yellow tickets and the yellow matting and her yellow shirt with all the red, she would call that ketchup and mustard. So and Vicki tries to avoid that color combination, but I have no such compunction. It doesn't bother me at all. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next Thursday for Challenge Accepted. Bye. Let me put this up close so you can see some of the detail. There you go. Those are Bramble Fox perspectives, the 2 hearts and the XO. And Dottie About Flair here, here, and here. And this is a My Mind's Eye on Trend 2 ephemera piece. And this is all from Echo Park. There's a little typewriter there that says, "Just a girl who decided to go for it." That would be good, but maybe for another page. So thanks for watching. Bye.